I would like to thank the members of the Council for allowing me to testify today on the adequacy and enforcement of our nation's immigration laws. I want to begin by stating that I believe that there needs to be a comprehensive change made in our immigration system. It is not as simple as just closing more borders or deporting more illegal immigrants. The fact is that we now currently have 11 million illegal immigrants present in the United States, and this is less the fault of the system than it is of the unwillingness of many Americans and elected officials to make the basic but difficult choice as to what kind of immigration system we truly want. The United States is a nation that has always endorsed immigration and supported the idea that all humans should have the right to a fair opportunity in life. Currently, immigrants compose about 14% of the U.S. population. Out of 323 million people, more than 43 million of those are immigrants. Immigrants and their U.S.-born children create up to 27% of U.S. inhabitants. Out of the 43 million immigrants residing in the U.S., 11 million of those are undocumented. Currently, members of both political parties would suggest that the American immigration system is broken. On one side of the spectrum, elected officials cannot bring themselves to accept necessary enforcement of immigration limits, if this means excluding and removing those who remind us of our ancestors. On the other hand, many elected officials are unwilling to accept unlimited immigration into the United States. The choice for immigration reform is binary. There can either be no limit on immigration or an enforcement of a limit. Placing no limit on immigration, this nation is allowing anyone and everyone to come, with the exception of those that are criminals or national security threats. By enforcing a limit, however, this would mean turning away many, despite them being neither criminals or a national security threat. The Obama administration attempted to try to lead the country with a third choice, which was to leave legal immigration limits on the books, simply not enforcing them and dealing with the issues as they arose with a large number of illegal immigrants. Clearly, the system has not had a positive effect on the nation's immigration system, and I believe that if we continue with this approach, we are asking to remain in a permanent state of dysfunction. The U.S. immigration policy demonstrates how beneficial it is for a nation to open its doors to immigrants, students, skilled employees, and others who choose to live in a country for short periods of time. However, it also warns the continued inability of the United States to develop and enforce a workable system of immigration laws threatens to undermine these achievements. The current immigration law system has allowed for confusion to arise among local law enforcement partners and the courts. The Davis-Oliver Act, however, addresses these problems that the nation's current immigration system is facing. This reform measures would establish federal supremacy in immigration law, but preserve the ability of state and local governments to enact and enforce ordinances within certain parameters, allowing them to take action if the federal government does not. It encourages law enforcement agencies to insist in enforcement, balancing a mandate for local agencies to cooperate with ICE with a requirement for ICE to respond to local requests to take custody of criminal aliens. It also deals more firmly with the deplorable aliens arrested for drunk driving, sex crimes, gang crimes, espionage, identity theft, immigration fraud, and other serious offenses. The current immigration system must be reformed, but it must be reformed through a comprehensive lens. Currently, the laws are not being enforced strongly enough, which has allowed for many people to enter the United States illegally. I believe through reforms such as the Davis-Oliver Act, can be success within our immigration system. Thank you once again, members, for inviting me to share my testimony.